I will not have enough money to buy food or heat my home. I don't know how I will eat. I am afforded no dignity. I am thrown on the scrap heap. Those are the words of Joan, a woman in her 60s who wrote to me about the effects of the cut to universal credit. I am ashamed to be in this situation, she said. Another, a single mum, who told me about her beautiful daughter. They escaped domestic violence, but now, even with the uplift, life is crushingly hard, she wrote. But she continued, losing £20 a week will send us spiralling down. She said, and I quote, she doesn't know how the Conservatives can do this to people. Madam Deputy Speaker, this is a tiny snapshot of the correspondence I've received about the cut to universal credit and working tax credit. How can they do this to people? That was the question. It is the single biggest overnight social security cut in the history of the welfare state, hitting more than 6 million families, including around 10,000 households in Coventry South. It is expected to push 700,000 more people, including 300,000 children, into poverty, with more than 500,000 pushed into extreme poverty. And let's look at who's pushing this through. In the words of Amy, another person who wrote to me, I wish the Conservatives truly understood the impact of this cut. I don't want to be on benefits, she wrote. But what makes it really humiliating, she said, is that we have to prove that we're worth an extra £20 a week to people who say they can't survive on £150,000 a year. And that's the truth, Madam Deputy Speaker. The party opposite are from a different world to those who are being hit by this cruel cut. Madam Deputy Speaker, in one of my first speeches in Parliament, I called for an end to inequalities of opportunity that exist between working class children and those born to wealth and sent to schools like Eton. For this simple demand, a member opposite accused me, and I quote, of class warfare. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, if there is class warfare in Britain, this is it. Led by an old Etonian, a Chancellor who's the richest member of the House, a cabinet that is 2/3 privately educated and funded by the super-rich, the party opposite are launching one of the biggest ever attacks on the living standards of the working class in this country, pushing millions more into desperation and misery. If they have even a single scrap of decency, they will vote against this cut and instead, at the very least, extend the uplift to all legacy benefits.